Hello and welcome to Asphodel Lidi. Today's pick a card reading will be on what perspective should you have on life. So we will be having 5 piles. Okay. So for the first pile we have the blue appetite. Okay. This is the blue appetite. For the second pile we will have the rhodonite. For the third pile, we'll have the black tourmaline. Okay. For the fourth pile, we will have the hematite. And for the fifth pile, we will have the serpentine. Okay. This is the serpentine. Okay. So choose your pick. Okay. I'll be sharing the image of the 5 piles shortly, like right after this, and from there you can pick the piles, whichever one you resonate with the most, and then we can start the reading. Okay. Thank you. For those of you who have chosen pile number 1 with the appetite crystal, this is going to be your reading on what perspective should you have on your life. So let's see the cards first. Okay, so the first card we have is Temperance. The second card we have is the Five of Swords in reverse. The Moon reversed. The Ace of Swords. The Rabbit. Mars or Fire. And we have Transformation. Okay, and it came out in reverse. So let's see. Okay, I have the rabbit here and cards. Okay, so what I see here is that you might get defensive a lot. Okay, you might try to stay very hidden. All right, and very you as a person, so this is what I see here. As a person, you might be very secretive. Okay, you might keep to yourself, you might even be a little bit reserved and introverted. Okay, but you have a lot of knowledge, you have a lot of clarity about certain things, because as introverts obviously we observe a lot. Okay, but what I feel here is that it's okay. What I sense right now, or what I'm channeling right now, is that it is okay to be reserved, but it is not okay to hide out of fear. Okay, like a rabbit would. Okay, what does a rabbit do? A rabbit hops and runs very quickly and is a pretty scared animal. Okay, it's quite vulnerable. Yes, and it keeps to itself. It's a very peaceful animal, of course, but can be feisty in front of their closest friends and family members, but not that much out in the open. Okay, so, and this is the thing that you need to transform. I guess that is why the transformation card has come out in reverse. Okay, so this is the thing that you have to transform, because what is happening is that the zest that you should have for life is getting dimmed by it. Okay, because you're not mingling with people, or because you are not going out there as you are. Okay, this is the pile where I feel like those of you who have chosen this, it's very important for you to become vulnerable to the world. Okay, to a certain extent, not completely, like you blabber everything about yourself, not that, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that you should be assertive when you go out into the world, and you should be straightforward. Okay, you should know how to communicate, because what is happening right now, because you're so reserved and like introverted, and all this is coming, this particular introverted nature of yours is coming from a place of fear. What is happening is that you're getting too defensive too soon. You are taking any and every reaction of any people, any person around you as something that you need to protect yourself from, or something that you need to defend against. Okay, you don't have to fight for every situation. Okay, so this is what I see here. So you have to channelize this defensive energy, this fiery defensive energy, in a more in a more positive way. okay, like getting out there with people, okay, being straightforward, with people, not being like someone's told you something and you didn't really like it, but you will not say it on their face, but say it to their face, but for weeks you would be like, oh, that this particular person said this to me, and I'm now angry, or maybe I'm not very comfortable, I'm really pissed in a way, but I cannot show it. You need to show it in that instant in a very healthy manner, okay, like you cannot say this to me, okay, because this is not right, or something of the sort. So this is what I feel here. This is the thing that needs to be transformed, okay, because you don't speak up. So you need to speak up, and do not ever think that you don't know things, because with the moon card in reverse and the ace of swords here, what I feel is that you do know a lot of things and about a lot of people. You can read people really well, okay, as a person you can read people very well, you're very observant, but the thing is you keep it inside you, okay. So that is why what happens is people often they often do not take you seriously, okay. This So this is what I see here. So you need to balance these energies, okay, you need to balance these energies. You need to channel this energy of Mars, this fire energy, in a more healthy manner. Like if you do not like something, say it that I do not like it, I do not like the way you are behaving with me, or I do not like the way you are talking to me, or I do not like that statement. Say it then and there, okay. This is what I feel, because otherwise this becomes problematic, because you trap everything inside, okay, and because you trap everything inside, it gets clogged, okay, and you get stuck in one particular mind frame, okay. It's like when you wake up in the morning, maybe suppose you have gone to school, or maybe you have gone to work or something of the sort, and then somebody tells you something, and then that entire day you won't be able to tell them anything at the moment because you're so shy and introverted, but throughout the day what will go on is that you will keep on thinking about it and grumbling inside you. This grumbling thing is very bad. So this is the thing you need to shift in your life. This is the thing that you need to transform in your life, to be honest. So this is what I feel here. And you cannot be, so let go of the fear, okay. Not everybody, it's not that you cannot tackle anything, you will be able to tackle it out. And here if I look at the Temperance card along with the Mars card, if you look at it closely, here is fire. This card is obviously, it's Mars, that's why it has to be fiery. It is the primordial fire element, in fact, okay. And here also we see fire. So this is the thing that needs to be balanced inside you, so that you don't grumble and keep things inside, but say it out loud, okay. Say it out loud then and there, or maybe find a way to release it, okay. Do not keep everything inside, okay, because what will happen is it is only going to suffocate you. You will see that the person who has insulted you or has told you something that is not appropriate is living a very good life, but here you are like getting clogged and you know getting really trapped in your own mind. So please do not do this. Do not trap yourself in your own mind, okay. Channelize this energy, this particular rage that you have, in a very healthy manner. Don't be scared, don't be scared of people, okay. You are the rabbit. Being the rabbit, you are a very smart and quick-witted person, so utilize that. Utilize your smartness, utilize your quick-wittedness, okay, and communicate that with people. Try to come out as you are in the open. That is what I see here, okay, because you have a lot of clarity and a lot of knowledge about a lot of things. And with the ace of swords, I also feel that communication is very necessary. Clear cut communication, straightforward, clear cut communication is very, very necessary. Okay, so this is what I see here. This is the perspective that needs to be shifted. Not everybody is your enemy, and you can not, it's not that you cannot tackle everything or that the world is against you. It's just that you need to go out there, and if somebody tells you something bad, you give them an appropriate answer. You answer them back. Okay, that is the thing. You draw boundaries, but then you do not, that doesn't mean that you do not show yourself to the world. That doesn't mean that you do not be yourself in this world. Okay, you can be as quirky, as strange, as weird, as anything you want. Show it, because that adds more color to this world. You add more color to this world. So please believe in it and change and shift this perspective about you. Okay, so I hope this reading has helped, and if it has resonated with you, please do like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps it grow. So thank you, and we will meet in the next reading. Bye. For those of you who have picked pile number 2 with the rhodonite crystal, this is going to be your reading on what perspective should you have on your life. So the first card we have is the 3 of Wands. The second one we have is the 5 of Cups in reverse, the Tower, and the Zebra, but it came out in reverse. Okay, and we have this particular goddess. Okay, she is a particular goddess of childbirth and fertility. She's an Aztec goddess of childbirth and fertility. Okay, who really, really enjoys her femininity, her womanhood, her motherhood. She is empowering, and she herself is empowered, and she is empowering towards others as well. And she is very, very healing, very, very healing, very, very healing and motherly energy. Okay, and we have a new chapter. Now let's see. Okay, what I feel here is that the first message that I'm getting is stop waiting. If you're waiting for something, stop waiting. Stop waiting and act on it. And stop waiting for sadness to be over, because when it comes to emotions, it depends on us how we move through it, how we transmute it. Okay, so if you are someone who is feeling really sad right now, or maybe coming out of a very sad and gloomy time, it is important that you work through it. Sadness is not going to end by itself. This is the place where people go wrong. This is the place where I, on my own journey, have gone wrong a lot of times. Okay, when you're going through certain emotions, okay, especially emotions that are heavy, like very depressing, melancholic energies, it's not time that is going to heal us. Okay, as time passes by, what happens it gets more and more suppressed, but suppressing is not healing. Okay, so with time what happens is that it gets pushed to the subconscious, and then as the subconscious mind is responsible for most of our actions, okay, you are going to act according to that. You will start acting according to that. So it's very important that if you are sad, or if you are going through a very painful time, which I see with the 5 of Cups reverse and the Tower card, However, the Tower card may be a future thingy. What I feel here is that you are unable to move through this sad sort of a cloud that is inside your head. Okay, and you are basically waiting for times to change. So the perspective shift that you need to have is that you have to make that change. Time cannot change anything, you have to make that change. Okay, this is what I am hearing here. And with the zebra in reverse, so I feel you feel very how should I put it? It's like when a zebra is getting chased by a lion. You're always trying to run from something. Okay, the zebra upright, if you look at this card, the zebra upright, you see the black and white, the entire zebra is black and white, but its third eye is colorful. It's all rainbow there. Okay, and here with the three, in the Three of Wands too, we have a triangle. The wands are creating, the three wands are creating a triangle with a colorful rainbow thing inside it. It's like a portal. Okay, so if you have to move through the portal, you have to take action. You have to take action. That is what the message is here. Okay, that is what the message is here. So you need to, whatever, okay, look, there in Japan, in Japanese philosophy, there is a thing called wabi sabi. Okay, and in wabi sabi or wabi sabi, whatever, however it is pronounced, what is done is, what they do is, any old pottery that has been broken down, okay, or that broke down, they attach it with gold and silver so that the cracks of the bowl is still there, but it forms golden lines, golden lines of the cracks. So the cracks, the mark of the cracks are never gone, but they are in gold. Okay, the philosophy behind it is that whatever struggles we go through, whatever pain we go through, whatever scars we have, that is what makes us. So instead of hiding our scars, we should wear it with pride, that yes, I have gone through this, and I have overcome this. Okay, this is what I feel, because I feel at this moment you are very, very heartbroken, and I feel this is why this particular goddess has come out. Okay, I feel you're not very happy about something, and you really want to move out. Okay, and if you do not, the answer is that if you do not move out by yourself, there is going to be a sort of a tower moment that is going to start this new chapter. Okay, if you do not move by yourself, then the universe is going to move it for you. That is why we have the Tower card here. That is why we have the Tower card here. And what I feel is that with the new chapter and the Tower here, I feel for some of you watching this pile, you are really going through an awakening, a true awakening, because this goddess, if you look at her, this goddess is giving birth to a child here. She is a goddess of childbirth. She is a mother goddess who's giving birth to a child. Okay, and she's very, very nurturing. She's very, very kind and beautiful and empowering. So the universe is basically pushing you to take that step forward, so that you take it forward, and do not be scared. No, and don't run. Most importantly, don't run. Do not wait and do not run, but take charge. Do not wait for situations to change, and do not run away from challenging situations. Whenever there is a challenging situation, it's very, very important that you take charge of that particular situation, and you take charge of that situation with utmost love and care for yourself and for the environment. Okay, love does not always mean all mushy mushy, all caring and things like that. Love also means that in a particular moment, what is the right thing to do. Love shows us what is the right thing to do. Okay, and you are going through an awakening process. This is why it is so sad, that this is why it is so gloomy inside your head. Okay, maybe you have gone through, like, now see, towers, maybe you have been waiting for a particular thing to change, and you have been waiting for a really, really, really long time, but nothing happened, and you're still in that same environment, in that same place, in that same state, and you don't know when it is going to change. The thing is, time is not going to do anything. You have to do it. You have to take the step. Otherwise, the universe is going to take that step with the tower moment. Okay, the universe is going to take that step with the tower moment, because what I feel here is that you have been reborn, and rebirths, they come with a loss. They come with a certain loss, and because it comes with a certain loss within ourselves or in our particular environment, sadness and melancholy is normal. It is expected, but it is also expected from us that we move forward, that we push through that sadness and melancholy and heal ourselves. So what I feel is that the perspective that you should have on life is that not to sit on it, not to sit on a particular situation, that, oh, I am in pain, but I am not doing anything about it, but to do something about that pain. Okay, and get out of it, to find solutions for your own self by yourself. Okay, and trust me, there is true power in it. I have done it multiple times, so that is why I'm telling you. Okay. So so trust yourself, trust in the universe, in the divine, and just move forward, because what I feel is that this new chapter is going to begin with that tower moment. Either you start this new chapter, okay, you take the steps to start this new chapter, or what is going to happen is the universe is going to intervene with this tower. Okay, the universe is like, okay, fine, enough is enough. Okay, we are running out of time here. You are waiting for the correct time, but we are running out of time here. Okay, so now I'm going to intervene, and now I am going to make changes the way I want. And when this happens, why the tower card is so scary? The tower card is so scary because when the universe starts to intervene, it only looks at what is the right thing to do. So it will not basically look at that, oh, they will go through a loss, or oh, this is going to happen, oh, because of this change they are going to face such troubles. The universe is not going to look at that, because the universe knows that whatever troubles they'll face because of this change, I'll handle it, and I'll make them handle it. Okay, so this is what is going to happen. Okay, you are going through a rebirth, all right, and a new chapter is on the horizon. So the universe is telling you to take that step forward, to take that step forward. If it is a job that you want to do, if it is a project that you wanted to work upon, that you're not being able to. It's like, okay, let me sit on this for a moment. If you want to shift to a particular place, like a new place, a new house or something, I'm just giving you examples, go ahead and just start looking for it. If you want a romantic partner in your life, you don't have a partner in your life, start dating. Okay, obviously keeping in mind that keeping in mind the criterias, okay, like the kind of guy you like, okay, and then there's going to be alignment. All right, so this is what I feel, that what the universe wants you to do is that you take the step first, okay, I will align everything accordingly. This is what is being said here, okay. So with this new chapter, so the perspective shift here is that you need to get more proactive. You cannot sit on your pain for too long. Heal it, work on it, and then just move forward. Okay, do not depend on time to change anything. Do not depend on, how should I put it, I mean, it's very odd, but do not depend on God to change everything. God will only be able to change everything once you start taking steps, once you start to take the necessary steps. So here, this is the perspective shift that is required. So you need to take the necessary steps so that the universe can align with you and help you out. Okay, so get out of this morose sort of an energy that you are in right now, and you are almost there. What I feel is that you are almost there, because the 5 of cups has, although it has come out, it has come out in reverse. So you are almost there, like right at the brink. So the universe doesn't want you to stop now. Like, okay, yes, I understand you're in pain, but you can do this, you can change this, you can push through it. So just push through it. Okay, so this is what I feel here, and this is the perspective shift that you need at this point in your life and for the rest of your life, that you should know when to take steps, when to take the necessary steps, and when to step back. This is the wisdom that the universe wants you to learn right now. Okay, and for many of us, we do not know when to take a step forward and when to take a step back. That is why we require guidance, right? But we can learn to do it on our own. So the universe is basically teaching you this right now at this moment. Okay, now I would like to see, I said I'll let you know the name of this goddess, this Aztec goddess, number 15. And it's pretty odd because number 15 adds up to 6. Okay, number 24 here adds up to 6, and 6 is the number of harmony and balance. 6 is the number of harmony and balance. So balance and harmony are on the horizon. Just push through. Okay, and it's very odd, it is also, this is so synchronous because during birth the mother also has to push the baby out, right? So push it through. Okay, push through so that your transformation is complete and you are reborn, so that this rebirth that is taking place is completed beautifully. Okay, so this is what I feel here. Now let me share the name of the goddess with you. Card number 15. Okay. Okay, the name of the goddess is Tlazolteotl. Okay, she's an Aztec goddess, Tlazolteotl. Okay, mother goddess of the earth, of sex, of the moon, and of birth, connected to the second and seventh cards, the complementary primary impulses. The complementary primary impulses of masculine and feminine, which can only bring forth descendants by cooperating. Okay, benevolent protector of fertility. We see her devouring a malevolent centipede, for she was also seen as a purifying goddess to whom people confessed their sins, which she purified by devouring them. Okay, so trust your intuition but first accept and admit your defaults to yourself. Only in this way can your journey be prolific, rich, and unobscured by your ego. Okay, so you have to basically work on yourself. Okay, push through this sadness, work on yourself, see where is this sadness is basically coming from. So what she is telling you to do, what she is urging you to do, okay, is to actually see where this particular sadness is coming from. Of course, you have gone through a loss, but why can't, if you cannot shed off sadness, why can you not do it? So I guess a sort of like shadow work is necessary to a certain extent for this, so as to discover from where this sadness is coming from, where this prolonged sadness is coming from, or why you cannot shed it off. Okay, why can you not shake it off? Okay, so this is the thing that I have for you, this is the message that I have for you. So I hope this has helped you. Okay, and if this message has resonated with you, please do like and subscribe to the channel, because it helps a lot. Okay, so thank you, and we will meet in the next reading. Bye. For those of you who have chosen pile number 3 with the black tourmaline, okay, this is going to be your reading on what perspective should you have on life. Okay, so the first card we have is the Six of Pentacles in reverse. The second card we have is the Father of Swords. Then we have the Three of Swords. The Elephant. The Deer in reverse. Card number 28. And Balance. Okay. Let's see now. All right. So this is a particular situation where you might have gone through a pretty bloody heartbreak. Okay, heartbreak and pain of what sort? This can come from near and dear ones, I mean family. So with the Father of Swords, what I feel is there was an unequal, or there is still an unequal give and take. Okay, there is an unequal sort of a give and take in the relationship between maybe you and your father, or you and your husband. The Father of Swords is basically the King of Swords. Yeah, there is unequal give and take here. There is unequal reciprocation or response of gratitude and respect. There might even be a lot of clash, okay, quarrels, bickerings, arguments. Sometimes you may even like shut your door and just not want to listen to this person. And although here I feel it is a masculine energy, but it can also be a mother. Okay, because when I'm talking about masculine energy, it's energy, right? And energy anybody can have. A woman can also have a very masculine energy, because all of us, each of us have our own masculine and feminine energies. So you need, there is, what you are doing is you are enduring a lot. Okay, there is a lot of endurance from your side. Okay, and yeah, and because of this, you might also have become very rash with your words. Okay, because see, if we are exposed to a certain environment, okay, if we are exposed to a certain environment constantly, then that particular, it is quite normal, it is very normal that that particular environment will start to shape us. Now if I am exposed to a particular environment that is pretty toxic, where I have to continuously hold my ground, endure, hold my ground, okay, fight for my rights, then obviously I am going to get really rash with my tongue. Then that same thing manifests if I am speaking to any other person. Okay, and this is the reason why, because of this situation. And the thing is, and you know it pretty well, this person, what this person does is that they they may come off as a really good parent figure. I'm strongly getting parent figure here, but it can also be a husband or a wife or mother-in-law, father-in-law, that sort of thing. They may come off as the very perfect one, okay, who is taking responsibility. But what they are doing is that by taking responsibilities, okay, by executing responsibility, by showing that they're responsible, they are basically saying that, oh, you're not thanking me for it, I did this for you, I did that for you. Okay, and you're like, why are you doing this? So they are using their sense of responsibility and the execution of this particular responsibility, household chores or whatever it is, to dominate you, to control you, or to cause you ache, okay, to cause problems. Because what I feel with this Father of Swords and the Deer in reverse is that they want, because they are like, if I am doing everything for the people around me, then they should treat me like God. Like I should be looked up, like as if I am God, as if I am a superstar. Okay, so this is why I'm saying that there is an unequal give and take. It's not that this person does not get the help, you help them, the other people in the family, or maybe amongst relatives, they and friends, this person gets the help, but when it comes to them acknowledging, they don't. But they want the world to acknowledge about their actions. Okay, this is what I see here, and it has taken a toll on you big time. Okay, and this person might have also, why I'm saying that you had to have a rash, like a very stinging tongue, because this person has it. When this person gets angry, when this particular person gets angry, they get angry to a point that they do not even care who they're saying what to, and that causes a lot of heartache. And this particular person, they do it very intentionally. It's not that they are so emotional that they cannot handle their anger. No, it's not that. They can handle their anger very well, but the thing is, they do it very strategically. They do it to keep people under their control, like you are. And in control, by in control I mean under someone, under my boot, like you will be under my boot, that sort of a thing. So it is a very toxic environment that you're in right now. So maybe that is why you may be trying to you may be deciding to like you are basically in between toggling. Okay, you may be wanting to move out, like I seriously want to move out and go away. This is the thing, that because this card represents the crossroads. Okay, this card basically represents the crossroads, and you see this particular person, this particular skeleton here is moving towards the future. Okay, so you are trying to move past this situation. You're like, I don't want to be in this environment anymore. I truly want to move forward. I truly do. Okay, and I cannot take this anymore. I cannot take this anymore. So this is the situation here. Okay, so you are in a lot of pain. You are in a lot of pain right now, and because of this, the perspective shift that you need to bring with the elephant, okay, with the elephant, is what I feel is that instead of enduring, the elephant is also an animal who is pretty strong. Okay, it is I guess one of the biggest mammal on land, or the biggest mammal, or one of the biggest mammal I guess on land. And the elephant is a very caring animal. The elephant is an animal who the elephant is an animal who is very similar. They have a very similar attitude to dogs. Okay, dogs are very community or pack sort of an animal. Dogs and wolves. Okay, elephants are also like that. They love their family. They love their family. Okay, they love their family. They love their community, and they're very strong, and they defend their family strongly. But the advice here is that instead of trying to run away, okay, instead of trying to run away from this particular situation by saying that, oh God, I will move forward, I'll move on to some other place, let them be wherever they are. You need to get strong first. This is the first one, that you need to get strong. You need to balance your own self. Why? Because you are, of course, you're exposed to a toxic environment, but that doesn't mean that because of that you are going to turn yourself into someone who is toxic. And this is exactly what is happening right now. Actually, you are becoming toxic with your words. Do not hurt the people. This is what I'm channeling right now. Do not hurt the people who do not deserve that hurt. Okay, do not hurt the people. You need to learn from that situation that yes, I am going through this, and there are billions of other people who are going through this, and so I should be empathetic towards these people who are going through it. That is the perspective shift that you need to bring in your life right now. That yes, I need to be strong in a more healthy manner. I need to be strong in a way that whenever this person comes to my vicinity or tries to disturb me, I put on a boundary. I do not let that particular person disturb me. Okay? I do not let them dominate me. I do not let them do anything to me. Okay? If required, for you, I strongly feel that stoicism is something that you can look up. Stoicism, okay, philosophy books on stoicism, like by Epictetus and what was that other person's name, that king, I'm forgetting, but just look up stoicism. Okay, it will be helpful, because you need to be stoic at this point, because this person your reaction is what this person wants. Stop reacting in a way that you don't even care, and don't let this particular person in your environment. In your environment, I mean, don't let their toxic behavior affect you, because the effect is basically turning you into a toxic person. Do you want to be them? That is the question. If you do not want to be like this particular person, then use that strength. Okay, use that strength and defend yourself accordingly. Learn to say no. Balance yourself. That is why this balance card has come out. That instead of trying to run away, balance yourself. Balance yourself and show this person their place, not by using harsh words, not by using the harsh words that they use. Then there is no difference between you and them. To strike a difference, you need to be strong, firm, calm, and you need to show them what they are. You need to show them how wretched and poisonous they are. Show it to them, and show it to the other people who are around you. But do not become this particular person. You are slowly and gradually becoming this person without even realizing it. And I am quite sure you do not want to be. So please don't become this person, and don't try to run away. The universe is saying that if you really want to go away, there will come a time and you will get an opportunity to go away. But you have to deal with this. You have to deal with this. You have to go through it, because this is going to turn you into the person that you want to be. Not the person, my God. And the black tourmaline stone actually broke. Yeah, this is your condition basically. I understand. With the Three of Swords card, this is your condition. So there is a lot of energies to transmute, a lot of hurt and pain to transmute here. Do not let that pain that this person has caused you to turn you into this person. Please do not let yourself break like this. Do not let yourself break like this. Just. Okay? Goodness. Do not let yourself break like this. This is what is being said here. That is why the balance card, the elephant card, has come out. Okay? Movement will be there. Movement will be there in the future. You will be able to move. Okay? But before this, what you need to do is you need to put boundaries. Suppose this person is a neighbor of yours. You have bought a new house. Okay? And you find out after buying this house that there is this particular neighbor who is really, really toxic. What would you do? Would you interact with that particular neighbor and become like that neighbor? Okay? And by interaction, I mean the bickerings and the quarrels and all that stuff. Would you do that, or would you just shut your door on their face? This is what is required for you to do, to hold your ground, to empower your own self, not give in to the pain. Do not give in to the pain. That is what is required here. If you give in to the pain, then it is lost. The battle is lost. Do not give in to the pain. Strengthen yourself. strengthen your mind. It is a really tough thing to do. It is a really tough thing to do. It is, and it takes time, I know. But once you do this, then things will become clear and you will be able to move forward into the future that you want. You will be able to move forward into the future that you want, being the best version of yourself. Do not run. The universe does not want you to run. This is the perspective shift that you need to have. The strength is not in the rash words. The strength is in showing someone where they belong and what they actually are. That is strength. Okay? So this is the perspective shift that you need to have. And how can you achieve it? By balancing yourself. Balance yourself. Find your peace. Balance yourself. Okay? Balance yourself. I'm really sorry for such a toxic and hurtful situation that you're in right now. I'm really sorry. But these are all these setbacks, all these toxic environments, all this negativity that happens with us, they happen with us so that they happen with us to make us. It's a really, I mean, when you're going through that pain, it's really difficult to accept the statement that this is happening to me because it is trying to make me. It infuriates. It infuriates. These sorts of statements at these times, they infuriate, simply. Because then the response that comes is, you don't know where I am. Correct? But understand this, that these hard circumstances that we go through, and wherein we deeply think, we deeply ponder upon the fact that, do I really deserve this? It is only during these moments that we truly grow. And it is our choice to grow or to become someone who is toxic. Because there are two paths. In every situation, there are multiple choices. It is upon us on what we want to choose. Whether we want to change ourselves and make ourselves better and stronger, or turn into that particular person who is actually causing us that pain. So that is the shift that you need to bring in your perspective. Okay? That is the thing. So I hope this reading has helped and that you have found the guidance that you needed at this moment in time. And if this reading has resonated with you, please do like and subscribe to the channel. It would really help it grow. So thank you, and we'll meet in the next reading, and all the best. Bye. For those of you who have chosen pile number 4 with the hematite crystal, this is going to be your reading on what perspective should you have on your life. So the first card we have is the 8 of Cups in reverse. 8 of Cups, right? Yes. This is the... No, sorry. This is the 7 of Cups in reverse. 7 of Cups reversed. And then we have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. This is the 9 of Swords. Justice. The Fool. Gazelle. Buffalo. Card number 26, Work. And Integrity. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. It's like you have made a choice. Okay. And this might be a legal action that you have taken recently. So what I can see here is that although you have taken action about a certain thing, you have a lot of anxiety around it. Anxiety around the fact whether, like, it's like throwing an arrow, okay? It's like, suppose you have thrown an arrow in the dark. Now you don't know whether it has hit the bullseye or not. And now what is happening is that you are anxious. You're like, is it happening? Is it working? Is it going to work? Am I going to win? What will happen? But you have already taken that action. With the Seven of Cups in reverse and the Justice card, what I feel is that you have already taken that action. Okay? You have already taken that action, and you're already like on the verge or have started a new journey. But in this new journey, what is happening is that it's like you have started a new chapter of your life. But what is happening is that you are very anxious in this new chapter, or at the start of this new chapter, at the beginning of this new chapter of your life. Yes, because what I'm seeing is that you are being a gazelle here. So what does a gazelle do? A gazelle prances around here and there, right? It runs pretty fast. When the cheetah is after it, it runs pretty fast. Okay? It runs really, really fast. But the thing is, the advice for you here, the perspective shift that you need to have here is that since this is a new chapter, since this is a new beginning in your life, since you have just overcome something and have come to a new particular place in life, now what you have to do is you have to build. And in order to build, you have to work. You have to put in a lot of work. A lot of work. Okay? So, and because of this, we have the buffalo card here. The buffalo card is someone who is very strong. Right? The buffalo, if you look at a buffalo is very strong, is very stoic. Okay? And it goes about doing its work. It's defensive when it needs to be defensive, but other than that, it doesn't care much about what is going on in the world. It minds its own business. So what you need to do right now is that you need to mind your own business. That is the thing, because it is a new chapter. Okay, you have chosen something, okay, that has helped you to come out of a very sad and poor sort of a state. Okay, but it has catapulted you to a new chapter, but you are now anxious. You're like, do I have to protect myself? Do I need to do this? Do I need to do that? Etc. etc. It's like you have become so defensive in a very fearful manner. Like, I need to do this to protect myself, I need to do that to protect myself. It's like anytime the cheetah can come and just eat me, hunt me down. It's like someone is going to hunt you down, that sort of a thing that I'm feeling here. But what the universe is saying is that let bygones be bygones. Okay? And work on yourself, work on this new beginning. Okay? And be strong, be grounded. Be strong, be grounded, be strong-willed. Do not be so fickle. Okay, and this is re-established, this particular message is re-established with this integrity card. With the integrity card, what I feel the universe is saying is that the universe is with you. Why are you being so anxious? Why are you being so scared? It's a new chapter in your life, and just like a new dress, it is going to cause some discomfort, but that doesn't mean that you will be in a similar situation again. You have come out of that situation, so you don't have to be anxious. So have your head above your, like, have your heart and head in place. Okay, connect with your heart, and through that you'll be able to connect with the universe. Okay, and everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. This is what I see here. And some of you in this pile, you may have gone through, like, you may have started a business, or what I see here is that it's not just about a business or leaving a job. It can be something very life-changing that you have gone through. Maybe some of you have gone through a divorce and now you're starting something new. Maybe some of you have left a very bad or toxic sort of an environment, or a very detrimental place. You have come out of that, where there was no money and everything, and now you're starting something new. Or maybe you are just starting something new, okay, but you're anxious about it, and you're not. The problem is underconfidence. The problem here is underconfidence. You look at other people and you're like, oh, they're doing that, they're doing this, what will I do? Or if it is like a new house or a new place where how will I survive? Where to buy what? Okay, these sorts of things. But understand this, that you have been saved by the universe itself. The universe has always been by your side. So why not trust the universe right now? Just listen to your heart. Just look at yourself, look at your surroundings. You have come out, or you are about to come out of a very difficult situation. Since you took the step of taking the decision and taking the steps to come out of it, the universe is aligned with you and has helped you to come out of it. Now why do you fidget? No one is going to come for you. No one is going to come after you. Okay? Stop acting like a prey. You're not a prey to anybody. You're not a prey to anybody. Okay? Use the swiftness of the gazelle. The gazelle is a very swift animal. The gazelle is also someone who is very alert. Use that alertness that you're using in such a negative way. The universe is saying that use that alertness in a very positive way. That yes, I am alert, but I am not triggered all the time. Or I am not panicking all the time. I am alert, as anybody should be, but I am not panicking. Because what I have left behind, I have left behind. It is gone. It is gone. This bad time, it is gone. Okay? Or it is about to go away. If it is a business that you have started, it is about to go away. So stop thinking about this fact that what will happen. Will I win or will I lose? So the universe is saying that do not be so underconfident and do not overthink so much. Change that perspective, okay? Just connect with your heart, because the universe is there with you, okay? And work. Whatever work needs to be done, just do that. That is what is required. Nothing else is required. No tension, no worry, no fidgeting, no thinking this, that, etc., no anxiety, panic, none of those are required. The only thing that is required is grounding, hard work, and listening to your heart, connecting with your heart. That is all that is required. That's it, nothing else. So do not be anxious. Do not be anxious about the future. Do not think about the future that much. Just keep on working on your present venture, or whatever present moment you are in at this moment. Just keep working on it and you will get there. And the good thing the universe is saying is that you had finally made that decision. It was a really good decision that you made. This decision is required. And yes, whatever now, whoever needs to suffer what, they are going to suffer it. You don't have to bother about that. Whoever is suffering in what way, you don't have to bother about that. The only thing that you need to think about is that, yes, I have accomplished this. I have come out of that frustrating situation that I was in, and right now I'm starting something new, and this will go well. All I need to do is put in my work every day. That is the only thing that you need to know. And that is the only thing that you need to do. Other things, any other thing that you are thinking about is not required. You don't have to think about the past at all. If you do not want the past to come back in your life, do not think about it, because thinking manifests stuff. So if you do not want your past situation or the past person or that anything toxic that you have left behind to not come into your life again, if you don't want that to happen, stop thinking about it. Stop fidgeting. Stop getting anxious, and stop getting anxious about the future. The universe is saying that everything will be okay because you are guided and it is there with you. So why worry about it? So don't worry about it. That's what it is. That is the perspective shift that you need to have. Because see, if you're working hard on a particular project, on a particular business, if you're working hard, okay, can you work with sleepless nights? If you do not have ample sleep, if you're not having that peace of mind, will you be able to work on this new thing that you have started? No, right? So then why? Why this? Look at this card. This is the condition of your mind right now. Stop doing it to yourself. Stop punishing yourself in this way. And stop torturing yourself in this way. Okay? So this is the perspective shift that you need to have. Try to increase your confidence. Believe in yourself and work. Be on the present moment and just work hard. And know in your mind and in your heart, know that from now on everything will fall into place. As I put effort every day, everything will fall into place. Just believe in that. That's it. That's all that's required. Okay? So do not worry about anything. Everything will fall in place. Okay? So I hope this has helped you. Okay? And if this video, if this reading has resonated with you, please do like and subscribe to the channel. It helps it grow. Thank you. For those of you who have chosen pile number 5 with the serpentine stone, this is going to be on your reading on what perspective should you have on your life. So let's see what cards we have. So the first card we have is the Son of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands in reverse, and the camel. And we have the Aztec god. This is card number 13. This is an Aztec god. This is the Aztec god of the sun. Okay, I'll let you know the name in a while, like shortly after I show you the cards. Okay, and hope. Okay, what I'm hearing is that go for the thing you love, even though you may think you are an amateur. Okay, now let's see what is the name of this god, the sun god of the Aztecs. This is card number 13. Card number 13. Huitzilopochtli. This is the name of the sun god, Huitzilopochtli, god of the sun and of war, simultaneously benevolent but strict. In fact, just as the sun consents life on earth, its excess can burn and kill. He can be considered a sublimated form of the light, powerful and generous, but lethal if, like the little hummingbird that flies too near to it, we do not keep the right distance from it, or if we exceed in arrogance and presumptuousness. Okay? Proceed calmly along the path you have chosen, but without presumption towards the first goals you see in the light. Otherwise, the shadows you meet on your path will seem like darkened wells. Okay? So, this is the sun god of war and god of the sun and war, who is telling you to be cautious as you move forward. Okay, so pretty harsh condition inside your own heart, I feel. That is why the sun god has come out. So what you need to do is to be assertive about your craft. Okay, not be overconfident about it, that oh yes, I'm the best, I know everything, nobody else knows anything like I do. Not like that. It's just that you know. So if I am a painter, or if I am a writer who can write beautiful stories or poems, okay, it doesn't mean that another writer cannot write beautiful stories or poems. Okay, see, comparison is made by, if you are an artist, you would know this. If you're an artist, or if you are in the performing arts, you would know this, that comparison is made by critics and audience, not by the artist himself or herself. Okay, every artist produces equally beautiful craft, equally beautiful art. May that be a piece of writing, may that be a painting, may that be a dance choreography, okay, may that be anything, a piece of music, okay, anything. If you are creating something which is providing value to people, you're creating something beautiful. That's it. Now comparison is done by the critics, comparison is done by the audience. So you don't have to bother about that. You only have to bother about what you are creating, what you are expressing, especially if you are an artist. And with the Son of Swords and the Ace of Cups, I do really feel that you are an artist. You are. Maybe you are into art and crafts, maybe you are into painting, sketching, writing, okay, but what is missing here is, with the Ace of Wands in reverse, what is missing here is the passion. Okay, this is the thing that is missing here right now. Okay, the passion, the confidence, the zeal to write every day. Like if you are a writer, I'm just giving an example of a writer. Maybe some of the writers, future writers, prospective artists are watching this video right now. So yeah, what you're missing right now is this: the passion, the zeal, the zest, the will. All of this right now is missing, and the confidence is missing. Okay, you have love for this craft, you have a lot of love for this craft. In fact, you love this particular craft so much, as if you are born for it, as if you are this craft. Okay, with the Ace of Cups and the Son of Swords, this is what I feel. But because there is a Son of Swords, what I feel is that, and you are curious about it, you are knowledgeable about this craft. It's not just about curiosity, you're knowledgeable about this. But the problem is you undermine yourself. You undermine yourself a lot. A lot. You think you are an amateur in this, but you are not. You are good at this. And the more you practice it, not only practicing like writing in your diary or maybe creating paintings and just keeping it hidden, the more you put it out there into the world through social media or anything, the more you put it out there and the more you vocalize about this fact that yes, I am a writer, or I am an artist, or I am a musician, I am a dancer, the more you will merge with your art, and the better the expression will be through your art, and the better your art is going to become. So obviously that is not going to happen in a day, and that is why the camel card has come out. Okay, camels are desert animals. What is there in the desert? Nothing but heat and sand. That's it. We can only find oases here and there, maybe 100 kilometers apart or something of the sort, 20 kilometers apart or something of the sort, 20, 100, 500, whatever it may, it depends on how big the desert is. Okay, but a camel lives in the desert. It's a desert animal. And what does it do? It is self-sustaining. It keeps water stored in its haunches. This is the haunch, right? Like the, yeah, I guess I'm right. Yeah, so a camel keeps it there. And a camel can go on without water and food for like 2-3 days without any trouble. For us, it will be like, and in the desert, for us, it will be like, oh my God, I cannot take this anymore. I need a Bisleri, okay, or a water. I need water or food. But the camel is like, I don't need it. And for food, what does the camel eat for food? Thorns of the cactus. Okay? And you know where I'm going with this. Transmute your pain into art. Okay, because that is what is going to bring you, that is going to, first of all, that is going to bring you abundance, and second of all, that is going to give your art the shape it requires. First is this. Second is, you may think you're in the desert because you are going through a tough time. The desert terrain, spiritually, it means a place of nothingness. It's a place of, it's an arid place where survival is difficult, and it is, how should I put it? It is like this weirdly taxing place on this earth, where survival is next to impossible, but somehow possible. The camel proves that it is possible. So it's like the universe and the sun god here is telling you to be like this camel. You can do this. and transmute the pain that you are going through into art. Put it in your art. Put that pain in your art, because that is going to, first of all, heal yourself. Okay, and when you put your art out there into the world, and it gains traction, it gains audience, it is going to inspire the world, and it's going to give you the recognition that you look for as an artist. Okay, this is what I feel here. So that is why exactly this is exactly why we have the hope card here. Have hope. Not everything is lost. Okay, not everything is lost. Do not demean yourself, do not underestimate yourself. And it's so odd that here we also have the sun in the hope card. We also have the sun here. It's beautiful. So that is what I sense here. Do not feel that you are an amateur. You are a curious and a knowledgeable soul who knows a lot and has worked on their craft a lot. It's not only about knowing about the craft, but about working upon it, because theory without practicals, it doesn't matter, right? But you have done it. So don't think yourself as an amateur. Don't think yourself as if you still have something to learn. Yes, learning is a part and parcel of life. Learning is life itself. But that doesn't mean that you do not know enough to put yourself out there and gain the success and the abundance that you deserve. This is the perspective shift that you need to have. Do what you love doing, because this is what you are made for. That is why you love it so much. Why do you love it so much? Because it is made for you, and you are made for it. So go ahead and do it. Have that passion. Do not think that, oh, artist life, do not let those narratives of other people, like maybe the people around you, or maybe or something, who may think that, oh, you want to be an artist, a musician, how much would you earn with it? Why don't you join a 9 to 5? Why don't you do a business or something? Why don't you work on AI or data science or something that is trending right now? I don't know. Okay, why don't you do that? Or maybe engineering or software, computer, blah blah blah. Why don't you do that? So maybe this is why this is lacking, because people have told you so many times and you have listened to them too. The worst part is that you have listened to these speeches. Okay, you have listened to these speeches and you had nothing else to do, because you are like, I have tried it and I have failed, and actually I need to support people around me. I need to support my family. I need to support my spouse or whoever, whatever it is, whatever the situation you are in right now. But have hope that you will be able to do this. You will be able to do this thing that you love so much. You will be able to do this, and the universe is providing you with this opportunity to start again. Start again. The universe is providing you with this opportunity. Take it. Start again. Do it. Do it. Be as confident as the sun. The sun, what is the sun? The sun is light. It shares warmth. It shares its inspiration. It shares its warmth with the world. So share your art, your light with the world. Share your light with the world. That is what is required. And for that, you need to hone your confidence. You need to hone your confidence. This is what is being said here. This is the perspective shift that you need to have. First of all, the perspective shift that you need to have is that you are not an amateur. You are good enough. Okay? And with practice and practice and practice, as you do it every day and put it out there, do it I mean, compose or paint or write or choreograph. As you do it, keep on doing it every day and put it out there, you will see the heights your art is going to reach. Okay, whatever pain you have, whatever you are suffering from in your mind and in your heart, put it there, put it there in your art, and then push it out there. And don't care about what people are saying around you, that you could have done this, you could have done that, or the negative reviews on social media or whatever it is. Just don't care about this, just put it out there. Okay, the sole thing that you need to do is work on your craft. That's it. Okay, that is it. And be confident. And if you are in a desert like landscape, if you think your life has become a desert which is arid and lifeless, with only heat and nothing else, change it. Become a camel who can survive on thorns and keep water stored on its haunches. Hump. Yes, hump, not haunches. Hump. Yes, now I remembered. So, who keeps water, stores water. It's a smart animal, keeps water in its hump. It's like its inbuilt water bottle. And eats thorns. So the thorns that you have, the pain that you have, eat it up and express it through art. And it's going to be wonderful. Okay? So, I hope this reading has helped you. Okay? And it has given you a perspective that you need to have on your life, to be positive, to be confident about yourself and about your craft, and to just do what you love and share it with people. Okay, so I really hope this has helped you and has given you the perspective that you needed to have, and I really do hope that you would work upon it. Okay, so yeah, and if this has resonated with you, please do like and subscribe to the channel. Okay, and we'll meet in the next reading. Bye.